Hello everyone, this is Oluwaseun Amuda from JMI Training Institute, and today we're talking about how to host a website on an EC2 instance. So, previously we talked about how you host the website using S3 bucket as static website hosting. So, we want to actually repeat the same thing using EC2 instance this time around. But we all know that it's not economical to host a static website using an EC2 instance. But let's take a look at how you're going to go about it. So basically, I'm actually in the process. I want to teach you how to use Cloudformation also. So I'll be launching my EC2 instance using Cloudformation. Then it's going to output the IPv4 address for me. So I don't really have anything to do in the EC2 aspect of the console. So all I just need to is go to my Putty gen and run my server. So Cloudformation has its own limitation in the sense that you can't upload a file into an S3 bucket. So if you want to do that, if you want to automate everything without parameter, you don't have access to the AWS console, then you can use Ansible or you can use Terraform. So anyone you want to use, I think you can. Terraform is more automation than Cloudformation. So now I have the template right in here. So this is how it looks like, and let me show you a view of it. Okay, so these are resources. This is the image ID. This is the instance type. The availability zone wants to be at US61A. The key name. So I already have a downloaded file key name. That's So that's another limitation of Cloudformation. You can't create one and now have it downloaded. So because we want to use it for our Putty again, so we have to do that manually. Then we have our security group that's right in here. As you can see, it allows what HTTP to client host port 80. As you can see, this is it. And output is going to output this IPv4 address for us. So that's how everything is. And so now let me run this. You're going to take a look at this. So the first thing you have to do is validate template, and you see template is valid. So if you want to learn more about Cloudformation, you can check out my previous YouTube videos. I actually talked more about it there. Now let's take a look at this. Okay, so template is ready. We click on next. So the stack name, let's call it. Click on next. So rollback, we all know what rollback means by now. You all know what rollback means by now. Click on this, then you create stack. So you keep refreshing. And there's one thing about outputs. Until the host, until everything has been created, until the stack is successful, the outputs, there won't be any outputs right in here. So you don't use this output in a situation whereby it's depending on another stack. So you don't really use it. It's not advisable for you to use it because sometimes it might not be available and sometimes it will be available. So it's not advisable for you to use it. So you only use it when it's not dependent on anything. That's when you use output. So as you can see, the output is nothing is in there until it says the stack is successful before you can have an output. Once everything has been created. So you click on output now. There's okay, output is right in here. So everything has been created successfully. So this is it. So this is it now. This is my IPv4 address. I copy this. Then I go to my Putty again. So I'm a SSH. So what I say EC2 user at the IP address. Now SSH Command Authorization. So we have to enable our key. So that's my key here. Then I open. Okay, so sudo su. So I want to navigate to the root user. So as you can see, I have the root IP address. So it's not a must to cram everything off and the template right in here. I want to make it broad. Okay. Okay, yeah. So let's have something like this, yeah. So the next one is yum update. So you have to want to tell it to install an update. So literally what we want to tell him is find an update and install this update. So that's what we're asking him to do now. So as you can see, it's installing the updates. So that's what it is. It's installing. It says this is complete. So let's install HTTPD. We say yum is just like telling him, oh, this is what I want to do. I want you to do this. That's done. And the next thing is to change our directory to HTML. So CD. So that's the normal way of changing directory. That's it. HTML. As you can see, it's in the root IP address before. So once I run this, it's going to switch to the HTML. As you can see, it has moved from EC2 users to HTML. So now the next thing is I want to host a website and I have to connect my S3 bucket to it. So how do I do that? I say wget. Now, let me check what I have here. Okay. I don't really have it right now. So now let's go to the let's go to the console. So now the number one thing is your bucket has to be public for you to have access to it. That's one thing you have to take note of. It has to be public. So this this is the website I actually want to host. So I'm going to upload a file as a zip file. As you can see, zip. Then I'm going to copy the URL right in here. You copy it. Then we'll come back right here to paste our URL. So that's it. So click on ls. It's going to list the bucket name. So that's it. And now we say we have to unzip it. Unzip. ls again to know the folder it is. So as you can see, HTML, that's the name of the folder. So we have to move FMV is for move HTML. So I want to tell you that it's still in the same directory. So you put dots. That dot means same directory. So you assume I remove this dot now. Let's take a look at what's going to tell us. That means it says, well, it's not a directory. That means we are telling to move to another direction, and this is not a directory. So we have to put that dot. So as you can see, now the next thing is we start our HTTPD. Okay, now there's something I want to show you before I start this server. I want to show you something before I start the server. So Okay. So this IP address, I want to copy it. I want to paste it right in here. So as you can see there, server is not loading for now. Nothing is not loading. So as you can see, it can be reached. So what I want to do is I want to start the server now. So the server started already. So now let me go back to the same. Let me reload. As you can see now that it's working. So these are websites and the website is working. Everything's working perfectly fine. So that's how you go about it. But this is not economical for static website hosting. It's better for you to use S3 static websites than using our EC2 instance. But anytime you need to run a dynamic website, you use EC2 instance, just same way have to go about it. So that's it, and thank you very much. So what we have to do is right now is let's go and click on start. So if I close this now, the question should be, do I have to keep this running? If I close it, what's going to happen? So I've closed it right now and let me reload. The website is still working, so perfectly fine. So that's the way it is. So you can close it now. If I log in from anywhere using this, it's going to work perfectly fine. And now I want to show you something. Now let's go back to EC2. Actually, I want to show you something in EC2 console. Okay, so we have our instance right in here. Okay. Now, if I open this address, it's not going to work. So it's not working because it's HTTPS. And for HTTPS to work, you need an SSL certificate and stuff like that for it to work. You know, the difference between is one is more secured and the other one is not secured. So as you can see, it's not secured. Assuming it's HTTPS is going to say secured. So that's the way it works. So all you just have to do is just copy this, or whether it's this, you copy anyone that you copy right in here. As you can see, this same, this HTTPS right now, right? So if I change this to S, if I remove the S and reload this page, it's going to load. So this is actually working on HTTP right now. So that's the way it is. Thank you. Okay. Let's go back to the Cloudformation and let's erase everything. So Cloudformation, and with just a single click of a button, everything has been deleted. So one of the reasons why this EC2 instance ran without the VPC or whatever it is, without creating the VPC stuff like that, is because AWS already create a standby VPC for us, standby subnets that we can actually use to run an emergency website. So that's why this is actually fine, because there's a default VPC for it, there's a default subnet. Everything has been they are default. If you don't specify them, there's a default for them. So that's why it runs successfully. So and you can try to create everything yourself. So you're perfectly good to go. Now, for more automation, we can use Terraform or Ansible. I already said that. So probably in one of my videos, I'll be taking a look at how to use Terraform to automate the S3 upload and stuff like that. But for now, you can't upload a file to your S3 bucket using CloudFormation, and you can't download your KPI using CloudFormation. So I also delete this. So it says delete in progress. Once it's done, everything has been deleted. You have to wait for it. You have to be sure that it's really deleting. So by now, if I reload this, it might not be working again. So it seems it's not working again because the EC2 instance is already shutting down. It's already getting terminated. So that's why it's not working out again. See, just keep loading, and then return back to an error. Same with this. See, it's not very. This one to just keep loading and then come back with an error. So this actually shows to us that it's actually deleting. So delete complete. So that's it. We'll come back with an error. So none of it is working again. As you can see, server is down. So thank you very much, and